Welcome viewers, and today we are going to be unlocking the fretboard. So this was brought along by a conversation I was having with Anjay from the DaveRage channel. He was saying how he's going to try unlock the confidence in the fretboard by learning each of the individual notes on the fretboard. And as noble as a endeavour that might be, it's potentially not the most musical way of doing things, and even once you know all the notes of the fretboard, may not kind of link musical ideas to it. So we're going to have a look at a way of linking musical ideas using the fretboard, and it's kind of a little bit of interval knowledge, nothing too kind of music theory heavy, because I know it scares some people. So pentatonic scale is one that we all know, so let's start there. So a little bit spicy, but a pentatonic scale pretty much. So pentatonic scale made up of 5 tones: penta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tonic tones. So we've got our root, our minor third, our perfect fourth, our perfect fifth, our minor seventh. We don't necessarily need to understand those intervals, but we've got 5 intervals in there: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then once you get to the next note, it repeats. So that note is the same as the first note. The next note is the same as the second note, and so on. So you've got, those are all of the notes of that pentatonic scale. So if we know that we've got 5 notes, we can start moving them about to kind of build links between these little boxes, because everyone knows that. And you might have looked up in books or online that there are 5 different box ideas as well. So you've got but that secondary box and the third box and the fourth box don't necessarily mean anything unless you can transition between the boxes, unless you kind of understand some of your favourite licks, how some of your favourite licks can translate to those boxes as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the second note of the pentatonic, so that minor third, we're going to take that and we're going to move that onto the A string rather than being on the E string. So we're only going to have this single note on the E string. So rather than it being there, it's now moved 2 frets back from where the root was. So the root on this example is A, which is the 5th fret, and then we're going to the 3rd fret on the A string. Oh. You'll notice how the tonality is slightly different, but the note is exactly the same. Oh, I think I need to sneeze. No, I'm all good. Right, so we can do our other notes exactly the same as we would have. You can add a slide in. You can add the slide wherever you are. It helps between transition and all. You can do 3 notes per string. The finger position is not necessarily the important thing. The important thing is that we've got this 5-note flurry, because that then can translate. So if we know that this 6th note in the scale is actually the 1st note, we can use that again, so that exact same pattern. And this is the only place where you've got to watch out, because the B string is tuned slightly differently. And if you did that exact same pattern, it doesn't quite sound right, so you've got to move everything up just 1 fret when you move to the B string. So I've now gone from being essentially across 4 frets. My fingers didn't really move from there. I've now moved between so we got 6 different frets there. Oh, sorry, 7. So we've spanned 7 now. But that's not even the most impressive bit about just moving that one note. I'm now on the B string rather than being on the E string, which means I've got an extra 3 notes that I can use. And you see how just having that extra little bit has unlocked not only more of the fretboard, but all of these different licks that would be really awkward under the fingers over in this position or over in this position become a little bit more fluent there. And if you find then links little links between the next couple of boxes, you then unlock all of the fretboard. So just by kind of moving that one note in this instance, I've unlocked, rather than having 4 frets at my disposal, I've got 7. It's unlocked a lot more of the fretboard. So have a play about with that and see how moving just one note of your pentatonic box may send you further up this way of the fretboard, rather than just sticking in that one position where you'll have exhausted all of the licks that you know, and that might give you a little bit more mileage in your solos. I'm hoping that you've learned something today, and let me know how you get on, because I really enjoy getting your feedback on this. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button that should be down here somewhere, and hit the bell icon as well to make sure that you are up to date on all of the Budget Pedal Chap YouTubey goodness. Thank you once again for watching, and I will see you again soon. Budget Pedal Chap out.